So we have number 3 there. It is saying that f of x is 5 minus x minus 2 squared. For x is a member of real number, such that k less or equal to x less or equal to 6. This is a domain. State the smallest value of k for which f has an inverse. And remember, our function has inverse when the function is 1 to 1. That's when the function has what? Inverse. So now if our function is 1 to 1, what is the possible value of k? So we have f of x equal to 5 minus x minus 2 squared. So for x equal to 6, what will be f of 6? That's 5 minus 6 minus 2 squared. That is 5 minus, that is 4. 4 squared, that is 16. So f of 6 is negative 11. Our f of 6 is what? Negative 11. So now, so to get domain, you see our vertex there. If you can see, we know when you have like y equal to a into bracket x minus h squared plus k, vertex is hk. So also here our vertex, this function, our function there, it is the same as minus x minus 2 squared, then plus 5. So our vertex is 2, 5. That's our vertex. So which means that this is the turning point, and the turning point is the smallest value. So which means the possible value of k is 5. Our possible value of k will be what? Will be 5, because this is the smallest. This is the smallest value for the inverse, because our vertex is 2, 5. If our vertex is 2, 5, this is it's like maximum or minimum. If it is maximum or minimum, so now we check our function. Because this is negative, it will open downward. So this will be maximum. So this is the maximum value for the range. This will be the maximum value for the range. Then the smallest value for the function is 2. The smallest value for the function is what? Is 2. So this is the smallest value for k, and this is the maximum value for range for y. So meaning that the possible value of k will be equal, that's domain will be 2 raised or equal to x raised or equal to 6. So meaning that our k will be 2. For example, that can be clear when you can sketch. If we sketch, we have y and you have x. So let me say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, negative 11. So I have negative 1, I have negative 2, I have negative 3. Okay, let us see our vertex 2, 5. Our vertex 2, 5. So this is 5, y-axis. 2, 5. So this is our maximum value, this is 2, 5. 2, 5. So we can find like x-intercept and y-intercept. X-intercept, if x is 0, at x equal to 0, y will be equal to negative 11. Because 0, it will be, because here x is 0, 0 minus, that's negative 2. 2 squared is 4. That is 1. It will be 1. So 0, 1. 0 to 1, it is here. That is the x-intercept. So y-intercept, for y equal to 0, y equal to 0, we have negative x minus 2 equal to negative 5. You get x minus 2 squared equal to 5. So you get x minus 2 equal to plus or minus root 5. So x will be 2 plus or minus root 5. So that is root 5 plus 2. Root 5 plus 2. Root 5 plus 2. Root 5, then plus 2. 4.2. Y equal to 0, x is 4.2. 4.2 to 0, it's like here. It is here. Then another point, we have 2 minus root 5. 2 minus root 5. 2 minus root 5. Negative 0.2. Negative 0.2 is like here. You see our curve will be like this and passes through here, it goes down and comes down here. So this is our curve. So now what do we need? We need to see domain of that function. Our domain of that function, because for x equal to 6, we have negative 11. 6x equal to 6, we have negative 11. It's here. It will be down here. So we need to see, and you see this 2 is the one that giving us maximum value. So meaning that domain is from here. Domain is from 2 to 6. That's domain. It's from positive 2 less or equal to x less or equal to 6. What will be range? What is the range? The minimum value of range, because we are here. The minimum value of x of y, it is negative 11. We are on negative 11, and the maximum is on 5. The maximum here is on what? 5. So our range will be from negative 11 less or equal to f of x less or equal to 5. So meaning that the possible value of k will be equal what? Will be equal to 2. And they were saying that state the smallest value of k for which f has an inverse. And the function has an inverse when it is 1 to 1. The positive value of k is 2. Then B, find the value of k for this value of k. Find the expression for inverse. After getting inverse, state the domain and range of inverse. The domain and range of inverse. Domain of the range is the domain of the inverse is the range of the function. Domain of the inverse is the range of the function. And the range of the inverse is the domain of the function. So meaning that B, we're going to first find the inverse. So we let y to be 5 minus x minus 2 squared. We make x subject to the formula, that is x minus 2 squared. I have to bring this on here, which is equal to 5 minus y. So x minus 2 will be equal to square root of 5 minus y. Then x will be 2 plus root 5 minus y. So inverse is 2 plus root 5 minus x. That is our inverse. So after that, we're going to see domain of f of x, of inverse. Domain of inverse of x. The domain of inverse of x is the range of the function. So the domain is, that's negative 11 raised or equal to x raised or equal to 5. That's the domain of the inverse. Then the range of inverse is the domain of the function. It will be 2 raised or equal to x less or equal to domain of the function of the, that is f inverse raised or equal to 6. Let me repeat. The domain of inverse, always, domain of inverse is the range of f of x. Then the range of inverse is the domain of f of x. So that's why the range here is from 2 to 6, and the domain is from negative 11 to 5. I hope you don't have any question from there. You can go to another number.